Hey guys, so in the last video we created an interaction for this guy, alright, and in this video we will be creating an interaction for this dude. Alright, so you can see what happens with the movement of the navigators and then the movement of the cards as well. You can see how they move simultaneously, and I feel like it's smooth, right? So I'm going to be showing you how to do this. This one is a bit complicated, but you need to pay keen attention to this one and you definitely will be able to do it. All right, so let's get back into the design and start the design. So the first thing I did was to create the different elements. So these are different elements. This is the navigator and is placed in the primary. This is the one that will be moving across all of them. All right, so what have I done? I'm going to duplicate this. All right, move it aside. Now what I want to do is I'm going to bring this second one to become first, and then this third one will become second, and then the first one will become the last one. All right, and so by doing this, to achieve this, all of them will have to take up the new sizes of the current state. All right, so this second one will become the size of this first one, the third one will become the size of this second one, and then the last one will become the size of the last one, which is the smallest, and then it will go to the back. But to achieve this and get better results, I have to use the ruler. So I'll drag the ruler, place one here, drag another one, place it here, another one to this point, so that it enables me know where it should end. And this one will be here, another one will be here, so that I can get something smooth. If I don't use these rulers, it will look very displaced. It will look too generic for my liking. So place all the rulers at all the angles. We have here and we have here. We also have at the top. So we've placed our rulers, and that is how we want them to function. All right, the one at the top didn't really do justice. Right, let's zoom in and see. All right, that's perfect. Now this one, that's perfect. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we have the first state already here, so that means we would have to take this one and bring it to the top. But what do we do first? We need to select this one and move it upward. So I'll hold shift and just move it till it snaps on the last one. Now that is cool. Then send it to the back. You can either right click on it and do send to back, or you can use the shortcut. All right, and so we have that there now, and I would grab this one and move it downwards till it snaps at that point. And then with the scale tool, I'll move this way. Now that is perfect. All right, and then we'll do the same thing for the last one. So we'll move it this way until it snaps, and then we can now extend it to the right and to the left. And by doing that, you can zoom in and use the navigation key to like position it. So I'm going to move it this way and it snaps. Perfect. All right, select the last one now and just extend it this way. So that's how it should be. Move it this way, come to the left angle, and ensure you're zooming in so that you can see the grid lines. So ensure they are snapping on the grid lines. If not, you're going to get something that is imperfect, just like this one now. It's not snapping, so that snaps. Check the other angle. Right, let's see, that snaps now. Right, does it snap on the line? It doesn't, so bring it to the line. See, so check all of those things. It's a calculation you must make. All right, and then this one is outside of the line, so bring it downwards. It's now on the line. Right, so with that, we're going to move this, put it on auto layout. I'm going to move it with the navigation key to the third line. Yeah, that's it. All right, duplicate that again. Alright, you see, once you do that, it still goes with the grids. Alright, so I've duplicated that, and this time I'm just going to put the grid inside of the frame, and that's what I didn't do in the first one. So put those ones inside of the frame. Yep, we have that. Now I'll just start with this simple one, move it to the end, right, and do the same thing. It's basically the same thing. Alright, this is where you're going to spend more time working on it, and that's all you need to do. So remember, we'll send this to the back. This one will become first, the one at the top will become second, and this one will become last. So what do we do first? Move this upward till it snaps, right? Select this and bring it downwards till it snaps. It has. Then scale it, right? Use the scale tool, ensure you use the scale tool. Alright, that snaps there. Let's check this other end. If you're wondering how I'm scrolling this way, I'm using a mouse. Please get a mouse, buy a mouse. So move this upward, it snaps there, perfect. Right, we'll move this one, move it this way, snaps, right, and then this way. And my mouse makes everything very effortless. Actually, that's a keyword I would use. Okay, so we have this there, and that's perfect. Then the last one, right, move it this way, and then we can now move it to the top. So move it till it snaps at the top. Perfect. It's now pixel perfect. Alright, this is what we mean when we talk about pixel perfection. Right, everything is now ready to be prototyped, so I'll just move it this way. Right, now select all of them. I'm going to pick all of them, and then I'll go to create component set. Do that. We now have our component set. The next thing is to draw our frame. So select the frame and just draw a shape. Let's just draw a square. Alright, and now it's to prototype. Hit prototype, select this, move it from this to this. It would be on after delay, or you can put it on this angle on click. That means if you're not going to do after delay, you can select this, the third one, and put it on this one, and say once they click on this, it moves to this. But you can still put it on after delay as well. So you've done this on click smart animate, that's fine. We can still do this one, push it this way. All right, you can have multiple interaction actually on one card. So once you push the second one from the entire frame, you put that on after delay, and the after delay, these settings is fine for now. You can adjust it later. So after delay 800 millisecond, 300 millisecond on smart animate, that's the animation. We'll do the same for the last one. So this one, once they click on the last one, it goes to this on click, and then then you animate the frame as well, put it on after delay, and definitely it will come back to the first one. That's how you create something smooth. So we'll select this one and say once we click on this one, take us to this one on click, and then the entire frame on smart animate, after it ends here, it should take you back. That's how you should end it. It should take you back to the first one. So I'll choose after delay, and our prototype or our interactive component is ready to go. So move it using Alt. Remember what I showed you in the last one. And once you do that, center horizontally and vertically, and now it's to play your interaction. So let's see what we've been able to do. It's loading, so you can see. Alright, close that out and play it again. Play. Let it load from the beginning. Let's see what we get. Alright, so you can see what we now have. If you want it to be more slow, then you can increase the timer to fit whatever you're working on, but this is what we want. And you can see you can even click on this stuff. So when if you want all of them to be clickable, then you have to animate all of them inside of the frame. And what do I mean? You come here, select this one, and you animate it. From this one we'll go to the first one, so you've done the animation. From this second one we'll go to this one. All right, on click, and then this one, the second one here, will go to the first one. If they click on that, you can do the same for this first one, so at all times they'll be able to navigate through anyone. So if they click on the first one, on the third one, it goes to the last one. So that way you're going to see that we can take it back to whatever we want, and it will function in the way we actually want it to function. Yeah guys, this is how you can create this amazing prototype, and I hope it helps you create some really good stuff in your designs. I'll see you very soon, and like I always say, stay safe and keep creating magic. Bye bye.